Hi, I'm Steve, this is BlandManStudios, and today marks the end of another year-long experiment. For the last 12 months, I ran a 24/7 live stream called Pixel Dry. If you're not familiar with the project, you can check out either of these intro videos that I filmed. They're both available in the description. The project was pretty cool. I think a lot of people watched it. I learned a lot about AI, tech infrastructure, and prompt engineering, but ultimately the project never went viral or gained enough speed for it to be worth a continued investment. So today I am shutting it down. But do not worry, because on the way down we're going to check out all the numbers and figure out just how much video I synthesized and streamed over the last year. So if you're here to check out those numbers or just celebrate with me that it's the end of an era, thank you for watching, and let's get into it. Okay, so what we have here is the 24/7 Pixel Dry stream. As you can see, it overlays the prompt with the generated image. So you can kind of see as an image is being generated, it starts to get more and more clear. And then as you get the clear final render, you'll finally get revealed what was the prompt that generated this image. This one was quite complex, but you can see it's basically just pulling things from Midjourney that run all day long. It was a cool project. I can manage it here from this YouTube live panel. I don't have to keep this up 24/7 because the scripts are running live on a server in my closet, which is actually a laptop computer. But this is just a view to be able to check out, and this is where I could end the stream, but I'm going to end it remotely instead. The current session, which you just saw, has been running since December 31st. So when we shut this down, we'll get a final runtime for how long it's been running. We had a first session which went for 5,000 hours, another session that ran for 1,400 hours, and then this one has been going for the last 26 days. On the analytics page, you can see that the channel was initially gaining some steam. So in early 2024, we were getting more and more views each day until we kind of topped out around 40 views per day. And then over that summer, that number kind of stayed constant. Then in September, we had our first outage. And really, I was able to get the stream turned back on in a number of hours, but we kind of never recovered and never started getting those views again. So this graph here is really what convinced me this isn't going to go viral. This isn't something that everybody adores. While it is cool and it did get some reasonable usage, it really didn't have like a ton of daily watch time for a bunch of people. And ultimately, it only gained about 53 subscribers. So checking, like kind of internalizing these analytics, I've come to the conclusion that it's probably not going to take off. But this was a fun, cool, and interesting project. So I ran some draft numbers here based on like my most recent data pull. But as I turn off the stream, I'll go ahead and update these, and we'll get the final numbers for how many images we downloaded and how much video we synthesized. So to kill this stream, I'm actually just going to log into my remote server here. So that's going to be SSH, and then I have a few systemd services running, so I can do let's see, I think I have the scripts running here. Okay, phase one, you can see there's a phase one script, which is pinging Discord to find out which prompts are available. Then there's a phase two script, which based on those prompts that are available, this one is downloading the images of either final renders or partial renders. And then there's a third phase, which is constantly grabbing the most up-to-date renders and images that we downloaded, or if there are no up-to-date images, it'll grab some old ones, and it's stitching those together in videos. So you can see here are the ID numbers for each of the videos that are getting stitched together. And then the last and final stage is just an FFmpeg stream that's grabbing each of those videos, stitching it together with music, and then streaming it live to YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and kill each of these scripts one at a time. So let's go ahead and stop. First, we're going to stop phase one because we don't need to be acquiring new data. Then I'm going to disable it because I don't need this to start again next time the computer reboots. And so now we are no longer acquiring acquiring new prompts. So that's successfully disabled. I'll proceed on to phase 2 so that we no longer download images. So let's go ahead and stop phase 2. And then I can also disable phase 2. So we've disabled phase 2. So now we are no longer acquiring new prompts and we are no longer downloading images. Next, we want to stop stitching together videos. So now that we've stopped those first 2 phases, it's probably just going to end up re-looping either the most recent 5 videos or a collection of 5 older videos. Because we're not going to be getting new prompts and new images. But I'm going to go ahead and stop generating. Oh yeah, so what it'll be doing was it'll be pulling from some of the old videos in the archive and streaming those because this is still instructed to create new videos. So I'm going to go ahead and stop phase 3, first disabling it and then stopping it. And now we are stuck in a loop where it's just going to be looping the same 5 videos over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the FFmpeg stream next. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop phase 4 and go ahead and switch over to my live stream view. We should see the stream die. So let's go ahead and disable it too because we don't need it to run next time the computer reboots. So now we are officially not downloading prompts, not downloading images, not synthesizing videos, and not streaming anything up to YouTube. So as you can see, the stream got stuck, and it's going to give us some time to potentially reconnect here, but after that completes, it should end the stream. We'll get a total runtime number, and we'll figure out just how long this session was. I think it might give us a whole minute here. Oh, great. Okay, it worked. All right, so I do have something running in the cloud, which does a fallback stream. So when the primary stream quits, this fallback stream will catch it. So in case there's any infrastructure issue in my house, it'll just fall back to this technical difficulties screen. But I can go ahead and clean that up later. For now, I will just actually officially end the stream. And I can shut down that cloud instance. So you can see this most recent iteration, which has been running for a little less than a month. Let me give you the current date. We got another 600 hours of streaming, which was watched for about 2 hours of content, peaking about 2 concurrent viewers for a total of 6 people. So really not a lot of traffic. So I can go ahead and refresh my YouTube content page, and we'll see that we've had these big streams here. One was over 5,000 hours and ended with an interruption. This one ran for 1,400, and then the most recent ran for 600. So with this final amount of time here, I can start getting more and more accurate numbers. So it was 629 hours and 9 minutes and 27 seconds, which gives us a total run time of over 8,000 hours over the year. So next I'm going to log into my SQL instance and go ahead and get some numbers for how much data we actually streamed. So let me go ahead and pull that up. I think I can just log in as root. So I can do sudo mysql, and then I can use wcddb, which is the Watching Pixels Dry database. Watching Computers Draw. Let me see. I'll go ahead and move this over here. Yeah, I must have called it the Watching Computers Draw database because that's what it was called at the very beginning. So first I can run this SQL command here. which will give us a total number of rendered images. I can go ahead and copy that, paste it over here. Then I can get the total number of unique clips that we generated, which is more than 70,000. Then we'll get the min, max, and average clip time, which is Control copy and paste. This hasn't changed since my most recent poll, so these do not change. Then I have a few more commands here to run the number of prompts that we downloaded. So I can see that we had 290,000 prompts. $100,000 images rendered. And how many images total did we download? Yep, okay, so this number didn't change either. So I can go ahead and paste that in. And you can see the bottom table will automatically populate. So yeah, this was a pretty cool experiment. I'm excited about the fact that it's complete and I don't need to have a stupid computer running in my house all day long. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. So you can see here, we no longer have FFmpeg was previously the top command running, but I can just go ahead and take this bad boy and turn it off, power off, and it's now gonna shut off. This was just an old laptop that I had sitting around. Just plugged it into an Ethernet cable and let it run all day long. I don't even think the battery works, so I can't actually unplug it without the thing dying. So now the Watching Pixels Dry stream is officially dead. I can take this computer and I can go use it for another project. Okay, so the final numbers. We downloaded over 800,000 images and 290,000 prompts. We were able to make 100,000 associations between those images and prompts. And so we were aiming to make clips that were between 11 and 29 seconds long, and we had enough images to create 70,000 clips. Those clips had an average duration of 15 seconds each. And so playing those clips more than 2 million times allowed us to stream continuously for 29 million seconds. That's an uptime of 92.61% over the entire year. Okay, so it wasn't a viral video, but it was kind of a cool software project with some interesting data. And now I have a whole bunch of AI generated images on my computer that I do not know what to do with. I should probably get rid of. But the last thing that I want to show off is my GitLab page. So all the code for PixelDry is open source. So if you ever wanted to run this yourself, you can do that. The code is available here on BlandManStudios GitLab page. It's just a couple of Python scripts, and they do pretty much exactly what I described them to do earlier. You'd need a Discord key and a YouTube key and some other things to set up, like a SQL database. But it might be self-explanatory, or maybe it's a good idea for content that I could make in the future. Would be just a quick how-to for how to set up a 24/7 live stream using these Python scripts. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. But other than that, thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay bland.